life of the swing is storing that power and understanding how do I teach a hitter to hold on to it like a case of dynamite. He's got to hold it in that hip and in that shoulder. If he's loading his shoulder properly, loading his scap, and he's loading that back hip where he's coiling in and around it, and you can hold it. So if it's a fastball, I go, oh, fastball, fell. Oh, I go change up. I have a delaying mechanism in there that I try to stall. I want them to be able to launch their swing. The whole thing doesn't have to be fast, but from the time they sit there and they go, yes, whack, that should be short. Their launch quickness should be explosive and quick. And can they get there? No, but if they start to practice it in our drills, they start to understand, okay, I have to, because that's the only thing you have time to do. You don't do this. People say, well, don't you just, I get it on social media. Well, he should just lower his legs if he wants to hit a low pitch. Can you imagine the guy going, oh, let me just, it doesn't happen. It happens by going, oh, wow, he went down there. Great hitters just know how to do it. Teaching them, I don't think it hurts to teach them to try to get their shoulders there and understand they have to make some adjustments. Otherwise, they're going to be in one spot and they're going to make adjustments with their arms. And that's, you'll never be on plane if you don't. If this was a laser light sticking out here, I want to shine that at the ball with my front shoulder. And then when I come back, I should have my body lined up. But too many hitters start with their laser light pointed closed. You'll see their shoulders like this and you don't straighten them up. Then what happens is I want to come out of there and now I go find the ball and I can't. Because I'm pulling, you see what I'm doing? I'm going like this way to find, instead of bringing in this move right here, depending on the height. That's how I set my shoulder angle, is by that front shoulder. Says, oh, it's up. Wow. Oh, it's down. This, first off, is the big concept that if anybody ever says, well, what do you guys teach? We teach the science of hitting. When you talk about science, you talk about physics, you talk about all kinds of different things. To me, this is physics 101. Ball coming in. Let's talk about the ball. There's 2 pieces of leather and about 1.5 miles of string. And once you get all that string off, you're left with the pill, that little red super ball in the middle. It's like a highlight ball. If you ever got there, we have one that we've torn apart. So there's the pill, okay? That nut right there. It's hard as hell, okay? If you take the 2 things of leather, 107 stitches, throw them up, it'll go about 9 feet. Take all that string, ball it up, tight as you can, throw it up, maybe it goes 10 feet. But if you take that pill, that red one, we've all done it, right? You take that thing up with a metal or wood bat and you hit it just right, that thing will go 300 feet. It'll go a football field and be like, oh, wow, I crushed that one. Well, guess what? When you go walk and you go get the ball at 300 feet and bring it back, you stop and get the string and you get the leather, all this other stuff, and you put it back together. You go to the lady in Haiti, say, can you put the ball back together for me? She puts the ball back together. She gives it to you cold, and then you take it, and you know what you're trying to do this time? The same exact thing. You're trying to hit the middle pill 300 feet. You're not trying to cut this and make this thing spin a certain way with the bat. No grooves on the bat. You didn't give me sandpaper. You didn't give me nothing to change the spin of the ball. I can't believe you would do that. We should sue all of them. Sue them. Louisville Slugger. We'll sue them for not helping these kids. Don't you think they should do that, Donovan? They should give us something to change the spin of the ball. They're teaching them how to spin at 2,600 revolutions a minute, James. And they ain't doing nothing for this 9-year-old kid that spent $500 on his bat that's smoother than a baby's, diaper. I mean, it's smooth. So now when he throws a fastball, the energy in this ball, if I got hit with it, it would be, the hardest would be probably right back here, right in the center. Now, if it was a curveball from let's say a righty, then the energy would be coming a different way. It's kind of coming from this way, and that's the energy that's in the ball. Okay, it's breaking this way. That's where it's going. It's where it would leave the spot that hurt if you got drilled. That's where the energy was in that particular pitch. What great hitters do is they understand how to make energy in their body and match it so that the energy in the bat is colliding with the energy in the ball. And when those 2 things hit on the road to destruction, if this wins, that ball is going to take off. The more angle I try to come at that ball, the worse I am. Every 1 degree is called a crappy hit. That's what it's called. That's why the Rocket back at the pitcher, they're putting helmets on them and everything else, because they're getting the hardest ball coming right back at them. The least amount of change in the flow, in the energy in the ball. It's bang, bang, knockout, third base, first base. If you want a lot of backspin, hit it like this, spin it, get your pop up, nobody gets hurt. Maybe the guy drops it because there's so much spin on it. But you can't worry about backspin. Don't talk to him about backspin. You can, if you want to get into the fact that backspin is a myth for a hitter, you're not going to win, because they've been taught that since they were 5 years old. But ask them if they teach 2 different swings. That one usually gets them, because if you're throwing a backspinning fastball at me, right? You're backspinning it, right? 2,600 revolutions. If I'm supposed to get backspin, that means I have to reverse the spin of your pitch, right? You got to hold on to it. I got a shiny bat. How did you get to hold on to it and I get a shiny bat? So you get to throw yours and spin it as hard as you can. And I'm supposed to come back the other way and rely on that. Well, how about the next pitch? Instead of you throwing me a backspinning fastball, you throw me a top-spinning curveball. And now it's coming at me like this. But guess what? My coach over at the hitting academy told me hit it the same exact way, and it's like magic. They both will backspin off of here. One's coming with the spin I want. So the curveball you just threw at me is coming with my spin. That one, I just go, keep going. I don't worry about that. Again, I'm trying to stop the spin. I'm trying to mash the ball and take the energy out of it and put it right back up through the center. That's all we're trying to do.